I changed my lab, and that's why this GUI might look different as of now. I've taken a remote lab access and reconfigured everything as it was earlier with the same subnet, everything. And this switch configuration, again, I'm going to do it. But before that, I'll go to Allen and shut down the interface as I had done with the previous lab. I'll shut it down as of now. Allen attacker IP, and I'll go to switch. On a switch, I'll check what are the MAC addresses. So few things are getting repeated here. Kindly understand. Show MAC address table. And here I can see we have two MAC addresses at G0 by 0 interface. This time interface has been changed. Earlier it was G0 by 1. This time it is G0 by 0. That does not matter. Okay. What matters is your concept. So at G0 by 1, I have this MAC address. So this is obviously MAC of this server. So I'll put it here for your better understanding. MAC. Now we have to decide which MAC belongs to which router. Coming to so interface G0 by 0, and here I can see this MAC belongs to Yogesh. And let's go to Allen. So interface is 0 by 0. Guys, always understand while doing practical with networking tools and all, unexpected issues might come. Like right now, my EVNG stopped working automatically when my PC got shut down. So this type of issues can come and it's normal. So don't take it by heart and learn how to fix the issues. So now here we understood which MAC address belongs to which device. So at a G0 by 0, we have two MAC addresses over here. So this 2 belongs to Yogesh and .3 belongs to Alan. Now by default, as we know, port security is not applied and there are few prerequisites. You have to enable port security manually. So if I check the command show port security, none of the interfaces are applied. Now interface is 0 by 0. Now, before you apply a port security, guys, one thing I would like to say, clear MAC address table, press question mark, uh, type dynamic I'm giving. Okay, because in this entry, I could see type was dynamic. All MAC addresses were learning dynamically at the port. So I cleared a MAC address entry here. And if I check MAC address table now I can see at G0 by 1 router MAC address only. Now I'll enable port security, go to configure terminal, interface Z0 by 0 and say switch port mode access. As I told you, without this command, your port security will not allow you because dynamic protocol is running over here. Now, here I'll say switch port security. Once I enable this After that, you'll see default values will be present. Now let me put all these commands over here, guys, on your notepad. So we applied port security. And I was writing some note here that time when my PC went off. Notice after port security configuration, default values. Okay. Default values you have to check. I didn't apply any conditions right now. I just applied a port security, and after applying a port security, you have to check, verify. So port security, first of all, check at which interfaces port securities are applied. So give this command, and here I can see at G0 by 0 port security is currently applied. So take this command first of all. You should get this output. Second is check an individual interface. So so port security interface G0 by 0. And this is what I was talking about. Default values. This is what I'm talking about. When you enable port security, these are the default values that we can see. Now here it shows port security is enabled and port status is secure up and violation mode shows shutdown by default. So I have a question for you guys. Yesterday I had given some tasks. In a port security, there is word called a violation. And I told you guys to do research and come back. So could you guys tell me what are the violation modes in a port security? What are the violation modes?
Uh, in fact, we have free mode, shutdown mode, restrict mode, and protect mode.
Okay.
And
So protect mode, shutdown mode, and
restrict mode.
restrict mode. Absolutely correct. Okay, so Ashish has replied, correct answer. Now other guy need to reply. What's the difference between them?
To make
Do you know?
condition.
Yeah,
For protect mode, for protect violation, okay, all the switch drops packet from unknown MAC address. And for restrict, the switch drops the packet and logs the violation and send us the message to the SNMP traps. On shutdown, the switch puts the port into a disabled state.
Okay. Okay, that's correct. Anyone else would like to tell?
Sir, yes. So
Yeah,
pretty much
please.
what they said was right. Let me say, however, in protect mode, there's no security violation counts, but the other two have security violation counts.
This is correct answer. So Alan was correct with all, but with protect I was little not clear. So understand, this is the correct answer. Okay, guys, good one. Now let me show you details once. who has joined now.
Hi,
Okay,
sir.
Ganit.
My net was not working properly.
Okay. Today, no worries. Tomorrow, next week onwards, join on time. Okay.
Yeah, I will definitely join on time.
Okay. So, Ganit, for today, we'll have two videos in between. Even my PC was down, and even
Okay.
okay. So videos will be uploaded. Did you guys get a drive access? All of you guys? Once more, confirm it.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
please. Yeah.
I'm still waiting on mine, sir. I sent you my email.
Yes. Okay. So if you guys go through this document, I have made a note of everything that you need to know. So pot will learn MAC address dynamically or statically or sticky. Any conditions can be there. Static means you have to configure it statically, right? So all these options you guys will get when you press a question mark after port security. These are the conditions. But when you apply a port security, these are the default things that you guys are getting. Okay. Port security enable secure up. By default, violation mode is shut down. One MAC address would be allowed. Only one MAC address by default. Total MAC addresses. Here you can see last source address. I mean MAC address will be shown here. And that comes from which VLAN. Even that VLAN tag will be shown here if your violation is shut down. And how many violations, how many times violation occurred? Violation is nothing but how many times attack happened. Even that, if you want to see, that hit count will be showing here. Okay. So now here details I have given you guys. Okay. In these details, you guys can see violations are protect, restrict, and shut down. These are the three types of violations over here. Now, protective says learns first 5 MAC addresses, right? We can define number of MAC addresses. That's totally up to us. Disadvantage of protect is it does not generate any syslog message, no SNMP alerts, nothing. So the problem with the protect would be if any attack occurs in our network, administrator does not come to know because it does not generate any type of syslog or SNMP things. So this is not good for our network. Restrict is somewhere like it generates everything, syslog, SNMP traps, everything. Even you can see the hit counts, how many times attack was occurred. And you can have the information about the hit count. And the major thing about the protect would be here, packet would be dropped. It allows permitted MAC address to flow through a pot. I mean, it does not drop a packet. It will drop the packet for the other guys. It will drop the packet for discarded or attackers MAC address, but the continued, a guy who is allowed for, a guy who is allowed for access will not get interrupted. Their traffic will not be interrupted in between, guys. Okay. But the attacker's MAC address will be dropped and hit counts you'll see. So basically, there won't be any interruption with the traffic flow. This is what it means. When it comes to shutdown, there is a problem. So on a shutdown, by default, you can see your switch port has taken a violation mode as a shutdown. Now in a shutdown, there are few things that you guys need to understand very well. In a shutdown, if any MAC address tries to do a violation, tries to perform the attack, if any attacker comes, your interface will go to error disable state. This is one of the interface state where interface will be down, not administratively down, it will be down. And your traffic flow will stop at the interface. So this is one of the major thing that you need to know between restrict and shutdown. That interface goes to error disable state. And later, there are two ways to recover your interface. One is you have to administratively shut down the port and give no shut command. That's one way. Other way is you can use error disable recovery. Okay. And by default, error disable recovery will start in 300 seconds, which is equal to 5 minutes. But that would be too late. So we can set our interval to 30 seconds, minimum 30 seconds. Okay. So we'll see this practical with shutdown, and then we'll see practical with restrict and all, everything. Okay. So first of all, here I'll try to generate attack. So be on a switch. See, on this switch right now, I'm not getting any log messages. I'll go to Allen and here enable configure terminal interface is 0 by 0. Say no shut. As soon as I said no shut, you see here one violation got occurred and I started receiving message over here. So here I can see error disable state, right? And your port has gone to error disable, error detected over here, right? If I say so interface status, you can see your G0 by 0 interface has gone to error disable state now, which means your interface traffic flow has stopped. Now, Yogesh, a genuine guy, even he can't get access to a server. This is in a shutdown violation. If he tries to ping 10.11.11.1, see, he is not able to access. So there are two ways of recovering. So first of all, go to Allen and shut down. So again, he won't perform attack. G0 by 0, shut it down. And here, I'll come to the interface is 0 by 0 and give shut command, shut down, and say no shutdown. So as soon as you give this, your interface will come up. So interface status, your interface shows connected here. There is no error disable now. And go to Yogesh and try to ping. See, your connectivity will be there. It has started working now. Now let's see on the switch what happened earlier. So when you say so port security interface is 0 by 0, it says, hey, there was one violation hit count, and this guy was a guy who came last. Now, right now I started pinging, right? So it overrided my previous entry. Right now, this guy is Yogesh is currently getting access. So it overrided my previous entry. Okay. So as per the current record, this guy is going for sending the traffic at this interface. That's true. And he is coming from VLAN 1. That is also true. So before I could make this violation up, I could check when the interface was there in a error disable state. That time, if I would check the VLAN status or the last source MAC address, it would show Allen's MAC address. Okay. Once again, let's perform and test it. So here I'll go to Allen, interface G0 by 0, and say no shut. And as soon as you see here, violation has occurred. And now if you check, it will show you Allen's MAC address. You see Allen's MAC address is showing here, while violation count is 2. And this guy also has come from VLAN 1 itself. Now let me come here. Interface is 0 by 0. No shut. Sorry, make it shut. And then go to a switch. Again, manual method I am giving. Interface is 0 by 0. Shut and no shut. So interface would be up now. Now if I try to ping from Yogesh, I will be able to ping. Now I have one technical question with you. So let me see. How many of you can answer it? Now it started working. Guys, I have IP address configured on Allen device, and when I give no shut command, automatically, MAC address is detected on the switch and interface goes to error disable state right now. Could you guys tell me why is that happening? Why the interface is going to error disable state? Why MAC address is coming here at the switch port whenever I'm giving no shut on the Allen? So what process gets started that interface detects, your switch interface detects a new MAC address? What process gets started from the Allen? Normally, it's a normal router behavior I'm talking about. Can anyone tell me?
Can you ask one more time, please?
Yes. What I asked is, whenever I give a no shut command, I see new MAC address detected on the switch. Why? Why is that happening? What happens? What gets initiated from this router that there is a MAC address detection on the switch?
Let me see. Is that ARP, sir? ARP?
Correct answer is ARP. So whenever you give a no shut command, right? So once your interface is up, it tries to send the ARP request. And whenever ARP request is there, it carries a source MAC address, which is detected here. And your interface goes to a shutdown or the error disable state. Correct answer. Okay. So guys, now see, every time I can't come to switch manually, shut down and no shut down the interface, that would be very tiring task, not a scalable solution. So I would check show port security and show port security. Just check out the commands here. Now, here you would give a command so error disable recovery. So give a command so error disable a recovery command. And here it will show you something P secure. Okay. P secure violation. This shows disabled. It means auto recovery is not enabled. And it shows you time interval as a 300 seconds. So go to configure terminal and you can execute this command for auto recovery, guys. Okay. So I have mentioned some command in a global configure mode, error disable recovery cause pre-violation, and you can increase the time or decrease the, you can decrease the time, not increase, so that you guys can do it. error disable recovery, you can use that command. So say error disable recovery interval, press question mark. It says, yeah, you can increase as well. You can make it for 1 day. Okay. Sorry, it's 24 hours. And you can make it for minimum 30 seconds. So I'll go with 30 seconds. I want error disable recovery to be, lesser. And once you check the command here, it will show you, okay, now error disable recovery has been set to 30 seconds, right? Which is good. Now let's perform the task and let's see after 30 seconds, is it recovering automatically or not? So I'll go to Alan and I'll say no shut. As soon as I give no shut, error disable violation has occurred. I'll shut down this interface. Now let's see, after 30 seconds, is this automatically getting recovered or not? Let's see this recovery happens or not automatically. 30 seconds.
15 seconds to learn, 15 seconds to listen. Total 30 seconds.
Our recovery was enabled or not, that should be checked first of all. Oh, I guess it's not enabled, guys. We are waiting and waiting. It's not worth. Okay. Recovery time was applied. This was interval. Recovery cause. Okay. I missed one command, cause. And here you can say cause pre-secure violation. This command was missing. Okay. Give this command. Show history. Does it show all the commands? Yep. So here, 2 commands I gave it. Okay, 2 commands I was trying to copy. So these were 2 commands for error disable recovery.
Sir?
Yep.
Sorry to bother you. So the switch, is the switch using RSTP or STP?
Come again?
Because your time would be shorter. So is the switch using STP or RSTP? Because
See,
your wait time would be...
by default, here, see, here I'm not worried about RSTP or STP. Okay, STP is already there. Okay, so here if you see, if you check, so interface, error disable recovery. What I need to see here, my P-secure violation is enabled or not, and it says enabled here. And
Okay.
and you can see here time interval has 30 seconds. So it has nothing to do with your STP or RSTP over here. Okay.
Okay.
So I see this is enabled now, and here auto recovery attempted also, attempting to recover. Now it has already recovered as well. So interface status over here, if you see, it is now connected. But again, let's do this. Let me shut. Sorry, no shut. Error disable state. Shut it down. And you see your interface. So to initiate error disable recovery automatically. Within 30 seconds. So these were the two different ways. But again, here, understand we had 30 seconds of gap where traffic would be interrupted for the real users. So I don't want that. Let's say you didn't like shutdown violation mode and you started thinking about, okay, why don't we change the violation mode? So come here and say interface G0 by 0, G0 by 0, and say switch port security violation, and go for restrict. Yeah. So once you give this command violation, now violation mode has changed. So change violation mode. Once you do this, you can verify. So interface port security, so port security, interface G0 by 0. I see restrict here. Now here what you will see, attack will keep occurring, hit counts will keep increasing, but the user traffic will not stop. So here, this is my current one. Okay. And if I go to Yogesh, I'll be able to ping my server. That's a trusted one. 10.11.11.1. I'm a trusted guy. Now let's go to Alan and give no shirt command. And you see, I'll get the messages, syslog messages. I started getting it. Violation. I'll not say shut down to the interface. Here I see this guy is the last guy from where I got the source address, last source address. And if I keep watching here, violation hit count will keep increasing, but Yogesh will not get interrupted with the traffic. This is a restrict. So restrict is basically ignoring the MAC address, the attacker's MAC address, which is there on the interface. So that's how you guys can configure and see a port security. Okay, so here you can see I'm not disabling the interface of this guy and keep checking port security, and here it will show you hit count every after some interval. It will show that hey, there is a message, hit count is increasing, and that's how things will start working. Guys, till this point, am I clear to all of you guys? Auto recovery in a shutdown mode and restrict mode. Am I clear?
Yes,
Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so understand here, protect is not at all important to apply. I'll show you a few of the other conditions as well, like interface G0 by 0. If you want to increase the number of MAC addresses, so here you can say switch port security, MAC address. Okay, and you can go with the MAC address, 48 bits of MAC address. You can configure it. Okay, that's up to you for the static MAC address, or else you can say switch port security maximum and give the command, and here you can allow the number of MAC addresses. Let's say for this interface, I want to allow 2 MAC addresses. So switch will trust 2 MAC addresses. Now if you see, so port security interface is 0 by 2. Now here I see number of allowed MAC addresses 2. Currently total 1 MAC address is showing. Now Alan will also be trusted as the another MAC address. do show history. Okay, not here, not here, here also. To show history. So these are the commands that you guys can use later to check the other options. Right. Now here, if Alan tries to get access, Alan. Let me try to ping 10.11.11.1. He started getting access and there is no any violation getting occurred because number of MAC addresses would be 2. So 2 MAC addresses are allowed here. So that's how I can limit the number of MAC addresses on the interface and stop the MAC address flooding attack on the switch. So this was the complete information about your port security, guys. On Google Drive, I'll upload this document where all the commands are mentioned. And also I'll upload this notepad file. Guys, all of you, sorry, not all of you. Just want to confirm with Kanit, have you received a drive access? Kanit, if you can hear me, have you received a drive access?
Yes, I have received.
Yes.
Okay. So guys, here inside the drive, I'll create one folder called as a docs. Inside this folder, everything will be uploaded. Like it's a port security notepad. Port security notepad will be uploaded here. A document that I used for a port security, SNRS. Oh, not this one. Wait a minute. So this was the document
Coach,
that
tell me for those team mode of violation, which is the best mode for protection
the
our
protect is not
resources?
at all a good one because protect does not generate any violation alerts. For me, if you personally ask me what is the best one, I would say restrict is the best one. Okay, because restrict will not interrupt your traffic. Let's say, for example, you are accessing something, you're downloading something. All of a sudden, you see your download has stopped, your internet has stopped, and after 30 seconds, you are getting your internet back. Will you feel good? No, right? So, according to me, restrict is the good one, which will stop the attacker's MAC address, does not allow MAC address flooding, and your traffic won't be interrupted in between. So, restrict is the best one.
Okay. Can you
Okay.
explain that you have to enable or you have allowed 2 MAC address? What does it mean?
What I meant here is, let's say in my network,
Mhm.
there are 2 employees. So
Okay.
Yogesh and Ellen are the 2 employees
Mhm.
who comes shift wise. Let's say one guy comes at 10 to 5, another comes between 6 p.m. to 5 a.m. Let's say two
Right.
ships are there and they connect to a same interface. So I don't want those two guys all the time to struggle, going for admin, hey, saying my port is down, this is down, I'm not getting access. No, I'll put that two MAC addresses manually. I can give a manual command, right? And I can fix those two MAC addresses to allow through that. So I give you an option. What I said here, if you use a command port security, switch port security MAC address, and if you define those two MAC addresses, these two MAC addresses, so this port will know that, hey, I have to allow two addresses, and these are the two static MAC addresses.
Okay.
Okay, so in that case,
But
my
it will
switch,
not run dynamic MAC address. We have to enter the manually that those
correct,
two
that
MAC
that
address.
would be the best one. Okay, now let's say there is a sticky command as well. I told you there is a sticky command as well, right?
Right, right. Yeah, that's why
In
I'm confused.
sticky, what will happen? It will
Hmm.
stick for,
One
it
MAC
will
address.
stick, it will remain sticked until your switch gets restarted. Okay. But
Okay.
if your switch gets restarted, that time you'll get a problem again, right? So best solution is to put a static MAC.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But please, can we have the image for the switch that you are using?
Okay. Yes, why not?
Yeah, so that will, in the event.
Yep. AVNG tools. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll add my lab guy in a group. Okay, or else not required. I actually deleted that tool drive. I'll do one thing. Inside inside this folder itself, I'm creating one folder. I'll give a name as tools, and
Okay.
inside this I'll put all the images after the class. Will that be fine?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So from here you guys can download. So you don't have to tell anyone else. Guys, I uploaded all these documents. I uploaded Notepad, everything. And today, first lab we completed, that was our port security. Okay.
Okay.
And as you saw in between, when my laptop got off, my EVNG got corrupted, right? In that, I had uploaded all the other, devices like Linux and all I had uploaded. That was for today's next session, next topic. But unfortunately, that's not there. And in your lab also, Linux is not uploaded because we'll see the next topic where I need a Linux device for attacking purpose. Okay. So guys,
Okay, sir.
we'll see our next topic. I want you guys to do a research, that is our VLAN attack. This is our topic. Kindly note down. This is our topic. VLAN attack, switch spoofing attack, CDP attack. For this, I need Linux machine. So I'll make sure in your lab also, Linux is already there with EVNG, and also with the process how to perform attack, right? Which application I'll be using, those things we'll see. So guys, in today's topic, we'll see port security. Okay. So theoretically, we had understood in our previous class. In this class, we'll see practical of our port security. Okay. So let me get console access of all these three devices. Guys, what's your update? Have you got your systems ready? I mean, your EVNG and all getting ready?
Yes, even I created this lab in my AVNG.
Okay, fine. Good. Who needs access for lab?
In fact,
I
I
need
need
access,
access, Sushil, sir.
Okay, Ashish, you need access, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be giving you access. Wait a minute.
Excuse me, do you mean access right now?
Yeah, I'll show how to take a remote lab access.
Oh, okay.
So do we need to pre-booking or we can take any time?
No, you have to do booking. Okay,
So, yeah.
lab is accessible now.
So that means we will need to inform you time slot, right?
No,
Or
you don't have to inform me. I'll share Excel sheet with you guys.
Okay.
Just give me a few
Yeah.
minutes. Okay, I'll pause the recording for a few seconds. Okay. Okay. So guys, for lab access, I have shared you this Excel sheet. Okay, please book your name, time, start time, end time, and which day, what time you will be taking access. Please book your slots. Okay. Once your booking are done, don't override each other's session. Okay. Please pay attention on who has already booked on which day, right? So please do not, date means put the proper date, guys. Don't put Monday, Saturday like that. Put the particular date, okay, on which date you're taking access, and save your configuration. I mean, save your access. I want you guys to pay attention for a few minutes. I'll show you how would you take a remote lab access. Details, I'm sharing it right now. All of you, please check your Zoom chat. I have shared details of a lab access. Please check, guys. I have shared lab access details. Download it quickly.
Okay. Access.
Downloaded?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So first of all, match the details, guys. I'll keep telling you guys, please match the details. Here I have given one public IP and I have given port number. So after colon, you have to give port number. So 302, I have given the port number. And if you click on show options, you will get the option to write username. Okay. So already I have mentioned username and the password. You need to click on connect and it will ask you for password. The details which are shared with you, you already have password of that. So RDP details are given, and I gave IP address, username, and password. I got connected to PC, right? After that, you need to open Google Chrome. Not this one. Open the other Google Chrome. And here you guys will see you have student EVNG. Click on this. You will get EVNG access over here. Username is admin. Now notice here, your IP address is 192.168.1.174. That's IP address of EVNG. And default username password of EVNG is admin and password is EVE. And this is for GUI. I mean, when you get a GUI access, GUI stands for graphical user interface. So I'll log in here. Now, here you guys can create your lab, but conditions are there. You will not create multiple labs. I'm creating one folder here called as a SNRS. And inside this, I'm creating one lab called as Port Security. Now understand carefully how would you access your lab and how would you manage your lab. Now here I'm adding iOS router. So I'll need 3 routers. And I'll need 1 switch. Once I'm doing, later you guys can do. Now, here I'll take one bridge device, make it as a hub. Connect these 2 devices over here. And this connect it on the switch. See guys, you should not confuse with what interfaces I have connected. Same interfaces should be connected here. That's not important. Important is how things works. Your concept should be very much clear. Now guys, writing extra things like lab of port security, IP addresses, those things are your task. Okay. Now let's say I started device and I did some configuration. Let's say I'm XYZ student. I took your lab access and I did some configuration, right? Check out here. You'll see it's booting up. Let the device come up. Now device has booted. Let's say, for example, here I'll write host name R1 and I'll go to the interface 0 by 0. I'll configure IP address 10.11. Now, you guys have to mind what IP should I configure here. Now, for you guys, I have given few subnets. It's not like you can use any subnet or whatever I'm using in class, you'll use that one. Not like that. Now here, I have given few subnets to you. So you can use any one of these subnets for your lab. So it won't conflict with my lab. Now here, if you want to use, let's say I use 10 series IP. So you have option of using 10.12 series. I just gave an example, like use this for management, this for LAN, WAN. And for internet access, whatever IP I have mentioned here, that IP only you have to use. You can't use any other IPs. So from this subnet, now let's say 10.12 I have given. So you guys can note it down here. Subnet 10.12.12.0/24. Let's say make font size 20, make it bold. If you want some colors, take it from here. Okay. Now you can copy it. Right click on that, click on duplicate, double click on it, press Ctrl A, select it. Now type .1 IP. This is how you guys need to write anything, write topic over here. Okay. So hands-on practice, if you do, you'll get idea how to use EVNG. So you can design your topology. So for example, here I'll configure IP address 10.12.12.1, mask of 24, no shirt, exit. Right. Once this is done, now let's say here I have IP, so IP interface brief. Here I have IP. You can see it is installed here. Now let's say, for example, you guys are taking access. Now, one of you guys, please take a lab access. One of you guys, please take a lab access once. But before that, share your screen. I'm giving you a permission. Share your screen once. Any one of you? Yogesh, can you take remote access?
Sure, let me try.
Yeah. Please share your screen once.
Is it visible?
Now visible. Okay, please take access.
There's a password. I have to check.
Please don't reveal that.
Yes, sure. Oh, sorry.
You already did. No problem. Go ahead. I'll change it later. Now take it, copy it from there, no issues.
Okay, sorry.
So when he took access, I got disconnected. Please take access. Okay, he took access now.
Yeah, I'm on lab.
See, now you want to enter, let's say, port security or SNRS lab, right? So first of all, shut down all these devices. Now, let's see, if you see some devices are open, some labs are open, then first of all, stop it. Go to that menu option. You see that box type of menu option is there on your left side. Scroll it down. In middle, do you see more options? Click on that more options.
Mm.
Click
Stop.
on stop all nodes.
Stop.
Now go to second last icon and
This
close
one.
the lab. Close lab. See, this is how it will see. Okay. See, at the top, root is written. Current positions and a root is written, right? You always should be inside a root. Okay. Now inside the root, now we are currently doing SNRS lab. So click on SNRS. Now click on port security. Click on open. Scroll it down. Open. Now here someone might have already done configuration. So what we'll do, go to menu again, more actions, and you see third option is wipe all nodes. If you click on that, click on wipe all nodes.
Should I click?
Yeah, please click on that.
Okay.
Say yes. So once you do this, what will happen?
The whole previous configuration will be wiped out.
Gone. Everything is wiped. Now it's just like how it was, earlier, like without configuration.
Right.
And now you can start your configuration. You don't have to create separate labs with your name. Not necessary. See, if you do that, what happens? It will occupy more space in a lab and lab storage will get exhausted. So you should not do like that. This is the way you should complete your practicals. All of you guys, am I clear with this? Jordan, am I clear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, all clear.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Kindly stop your screen now. I'll be starting. So I believe I'm clear with the process. How would you take your remote lab access and how would you manage the entire labs? Continuing with our lab. Now here I have a server. Now see, right now I lost all the configurations. I believe yesterday I might have forgotten to save configuration inside this device. On few of the devices I have. So IP interface brief. Sometimes when you start a device, your interfaces might not be in a up state. So please check if it is not in a up state, make it up. Okay. Don't blindly keep on pinging and thinking like, okay, my device is not working. Does not work like that, guys. See, here this interface shows down. So go to configure terminal, interface Z0 by 0 and say no shared. Come to server. Now see here I lost a configuration. Now what I told you guys to create your notepad. That will be helpful for your lab exam. So once you have a backup, right, you can simply copy it from here. Two times I have opened all the consoles. I'll just close it. Copy and paste all the configurations. Done. Now three benefits you guys will be getting from this. One is you'll have a backup of all the commands. Second is you'll get a practice, hands-on practice to all the commands. Your accuracy of commands will be very good. And third thing is same pattern you have to follow for your lab exam. So these are the benefits that you guys are getting. Nee, you joined very late today.
Yes, yes, yes. I joined very late. I joined very late.
Okay,
I went somewhere, then I just came in. So
no worries.
okay, thanks.
I had shown how to take a remote lab access today. So please watch the video where you will come to know all the
Okay, sir.
details. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So guys, as you saw right now, I recovered my configuration from my backup and I'll give a write command now. So from my side, I'm very much clear with your lab access. Okay. And all the configurations, how would you say, whatever, you do with the lab, those things I'm very much clear with you guys. Now, so IP interface brief. Now guys, I'll come to this Allen guy, which is attacker. Interface is 0 by 0, and I'll shut it down. Okay. And once it is down, let me go to Yogesh and try to ping 10.11.11.1 my server. Perfect. I'm able to ping. And at layer 2 device, I want to see what MAC addresses are stored. So MAC address table, I can see 3 MAC addresses. And yesterday, as I told you, at single interface G0 by 0, sorry, G0 by 1, at this interface, we have 2 MAC addresses. 2 MAC addresses, which I can see here, G0 by 1, 2 MAC addresses. But one is attacker, one is genuine one. So which one would you trust? Which one would you fix it? So in port security, there are 3 ways you can enter your MAC address, or you can tell your switch about the MAC address. One is about dynamic. Let it choose dynamically, whoever comes first come first serve basis kind of stuff. Another is static. You statically fix. Sticky is whichever MAC address comes first, it will get sticked. Okay, like it will be fixed. Initially, while learning in a sticky, it will be dynamic. Later, when it gets sticked, it becomes static. Now, one more condition I have written here: port should be in an access mode. Always remember, if your port is not in an access mode, in such cases, your port will not be applied with port security. Your port will not allow the port security. Now, for example, here, if I try to enable port security, let's say, for example, if I go to the interface E0 by 1, I'll say switch port security, apply. It says command rejected. Reason, the command is in dynamic port. Okay, fine. But why did it reject? Because by default, your command is running with DTP command. Okay, So I need to tell it, hey, I need to make this interface as a port access. So I'll say switch port mode access. So this is very important command. First of all, you should give switch port mode access command. And then if you enable port security, your port security will get enabled, right? Now, only two commands I have given right now. These two commands only given as of now. So we are applying port security now. Two commands only applied. The first command is switch port mode access. Without this, it won't allow. Another is switch port security. Switch port security. Now, don't give any condition. Let's see default condition. Let's talk about default condition after applying port security. Now, note, after applying, okay, after port security, you can say, after config of port security. After config of port security, default, default settings or values, you can say. So let's see the default values. What are the default values over here? Now, first of all, check whether your port security is enabled or not. So, port security. It says, yes, port security is enabled at Z0 by